Alright, so mods on console are now live. Everyone's excited about that. Everyone knows about that by now. I missed that yesterday because I was pretty busy. And in the update, there was also a few fixes for bugs in Cabin Zone. And there was also a change to the control scheme of the telehandler. But this video is not about that. It's entirely about my progression with the Chevy Blazer, which was inspired by one of my subscribers. So here we have the outer mesh of the Chevy. By the way, let me load up my reference image. So this is what I was initially sort of looking at to try replicate. And this is the 91 Chevy Blazer. I believe it's the K5 model. I had a really decent reference image. This one I used for the outside shape of the truck, and I also had another one for the placement of the seats and the chassis. This one here. So over here in Blender, I've been on this for about 3 days now, and it's been a really easy vehicle to model because it's just a straight, smooth surface. So what I've done so far, I've got the body out here, and I have also got a few of the other bits that goes with it. So let me just turn all of that on right now. And yeah, I've got the mirrors here. Okay, so if I switch here. So that's what I've got so far. As you can see, the detail on the mesh is really high. I've got it up to 500,000 polygons. There's no way I'm gonna load that into the game. I believe there's a limit on the polygons in Snowrunner, and it's about 60,000 per polygons per mesh. So this is just a subdivision modifier, maximum multiplying all the surface polygons. So I'm going to reduce that, and I'll probably get that texture, that quality back from the texture when I send it over to Substance Painter. I've also got the inside done. Now for the inside, you sort of need two meshes. You need a high poly mesh for when you're in the cab, so everything looks nice. And then you need a low poly mesh for when you're driving along like this outside of the vehicle, so it will load it up, and that will like increase performance. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've just put this mesh here as a placeholder, and then I'm going to jump in and start giving it all the high details. Once I've done the inside, all the bone structure and all the different collision meshes have already been done. So these bits here are what the game are going to see as when you collide with something, it's going to recognize it from those sort of boxy shapes. So that's all done, and let me move that away. I've also done the rigging. So hang on, I just took the body off. Bring the body back in and bring the chassis in. So with the chassis, I've added, I think it's called a toe pintle. I only just did that. Yeah, I've added a toe pintle because you're going to want to use this to pull trailers, or at least the scout trailers. So I've added that. And I've also rigged it. So if I demonstrate here, the different bits being able to move. So here we go. So whilst I'm recording and doing this, it's taking a lot of performance, but the suspension is all rigged up, so that's all good to go. And what else is there? The dashboard is a bit tricky. I'm following this image, and I'm using this to give me an idea of the contours and the general placement. I've got another really decent image over here that I've used, so this gave me an idea of where the gauges are going to go. I'm going to have to use these gauges as well to create my texture. Don't know how to do that yet, but when I get to that stage of the project, I no doubt will figure it out. So in terms of add-ons, initially I think I'll release this with snorkel. I think that's a must-have, and the bumper will be stock, so it's going to come with that as well. The rear bumper isn't finished yet, so that's just a placeholder as well. That's not done yet. And tires, yes, tires. Okay, so for tires, for wheels, I have got this wheel right here. This is one of the wheels designed originally for the Hummer H1. I didn't make this wheel, so I need to ask for permission whether or not to have it with this vehicle. But if it is going to be added, it'll probably be like an off-road tire or something. The wheels that I have made are these ones over here. Where did you go? Down here. There we go. Yeah, so going by this image, I was trying to see if I could model this wheel, and so that's what I've managed to do. And this is probably going to be a mod tire, so I'm going to have the rim and the tire separate. In Snowrunner you can have it as one entity, but I'm going to have the rim and the tire separate, so you can have different tires fitted to this rim and vice versa. So how this will probably look in the game, let me just load up another file I've got here, and this will give us an idea of how this is going to look. So here we are. This mesh is something I was working on earlier, so it's missing some of the details, but this is just to give you a general idea of what this will look like in Snowrunner. I'll probably try do a few different skins. As I said before, I'm all learning this. I've been on Blender for like 2 weeks now, maybe 3 weeks, so I think this is a good place to start, to be honest. What the guys are using as well to the texturing is Substance Painter, and I haven't used it yet, so once I'm done with the model, I'm gonna jump over to Substance and start learning it really. And yeah, I'll try to do some nice skins and load it up. But yeah, this is what we're looking at. This is probably what the truck is gonna look like in game. And yeah, thanks to the subscriber who pointed me in the direction of this vehicle. It's been a really good project. It's taught me a lot about how to use Blender. And from here, I think the next project, I've obviously got to finish the Hummer H1. I've got a truck as a side project as well. And there are some other vehicles I'm looking at that I'm interested in seeing in Snowrunner. I'm not going to mention them yet. If anyone's interested in modding, if you've got some skill in CAD or texturing or anything, you can join Ranger's Discord up on mod.io. He's got a link for that. There's over 100 guys in there, and we're all working together creating mods. Will this mod be on console? I don't know. I would love it to be. I don't see any reason why not. It's a Chevrolet, and they've already got the license for that. So hopefully you guys will see this on your PS4 and Xbox very soon. Yeah, that's all from me. Bye bye.